ever been told that you're not a real Chiefs fan because now they're good all of a sudden in the past few years of football, and we get to break out the Alex Smith jersey and the Patrick Mahomes jersey on Super Bowl Sunday and actually celebrate Kansas City? Well, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. I am your host, the average PSA Dagger adventure enjoyer that your mom said that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, the purpose of today's video is we're going to be talking about our experience so far with Tatiana, okay, the PSA Dagger, and with Sabrina. I'm going to clear both these guns out. You're going to hold Tatiana, and I'm going to hold Sabrina, okay? Both these guns are clear and safe. There you go. Chamber check, okay? Obviously, we're not going to flag anybody, but, you know, we're going to be showing the gun right here, and I know all the safety guys. You should be concerned about safety, but people get crazy on the internet. So, if you want to support the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. And honestly, liking the video is kind of where I've been targeting you guys at the most lately, because just liking it is a simple click and it helps out more than you know. Yeah. It like boosts the video in the algorithm and tells like-minded individuals, like, whatever you have watched, just to give you guys a 20-second class on this, because you guys don't care probably. Whatever you've watched in your history, guys that are like-minded of the same demographic as you, if you like the Trench Grenade channel, they will tell some other dude like, hey, check this out. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't, right? So, yes, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and the second this video is done, I'm going to drink a Guinness, and you're going to drink what?
Heineken.
A Heineken, which is sus, okay? But yeah, if you want to support the channel, like the video, make sure you're actually subscribed, and comment down below if you've ever had experiences with a PSA product that actually worked, like Tatiana. Okay, so for those that aren't tracking, and if you're a new viewer, we have shot 2,100 rounds through Tatiana. She is a PSA Dagger compact 15-round is what it comes with, 15-round magazines, but we only have 0-round magazines today for our manual reviewer on YouTube, okay? But this has been the topic of discussion lately. You guys might be noticing she is outfitted now with a Holosun 507 comp thanks to Shooter's Choice. Now, Shooter's Choice is not a sponsor or anything like that. I have no sponsors on the channel. However, James, if you ever see this, okay, thank you for hooking it up and mounting my 507 comp on this piece of trash handgun. The optic costs almost as much as the handgun itself. Actually, the things that are on the gun cost more than the gun, but this gun is amazing. We're going to get into that in a second, and our honest thoughts and opinions on the gun. But if you ever roll through the area in South Carolina and you want to stop through Shooter's Choice, I stopped in there. James, I think one of their managers, was super awesome. Yep. He got so the optic plate they send you has cheap Chinese screws. So I put that optic plate on this gun and shot the 2,000 round test with the optic plate on there, and it immediately sheared off the second I tried to replace it. It immediately sheared off, and I had to bring it in to James, and he was super helpful, got that thing off, and got this thing Loctited on. So, Shooter's Choice, thank you for being mega base. Okay. Base. So, you have seen, here you go, stop eating for a second. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday and we're interrupting it. So, you have seen both of these things. This one, roughly, everything included with the 10 magazines was $500 from PSA, okay? Obviously, the stuff on the gun costs more than the gun itself. So, Tatiana costs roughly $500 in the package. I could have got her for $300 with no magazines at all. This gun, this is Sabrina. She is a Saber, okay? Now, she has the exact same outfit except for a Surefire instead of the Streamlight, okay? This gun was around $650 or so. So, okay. But it only came with two 20-round magazines, right? So, but overall, both of these guns, this one has had 2 light primer strikes and the magazine fall out on the very first mag. But other than that, and the light primer strikes, I think were the ammunition that we were using. I've gotten a lot of guys hitting me up that may or may not be directly related to the manufacturing of said ammunition. And they have told me that they may or may not use the AAC 124 grain, may or may not use hard primers and the cheapest budget primers available. So that is one thing to note. So I would say we fired 2,200 to 2,300 rounds total through these 2 guns. What are your honest thoughts?
So my honest thoughts are, I'm not going to say a fan of PSA. I didn't know enough about them, but it's where, like,
we're not. I don't think we're PSA fans.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, originally I just didn't know enough about them, so I'm not going to call myself a fan, but I didn't hate on them.
Right.
You know, my AR I got from PSA, cringy, built it out and everything like that. I didn't really know that PSA was to be so hated until you. But that being said, I think given the lack of normal quality control that you hear about with PSA stuff, I am impressed. I think I'm more impressed because of how impressed you are
So,
at how well these are
right.
functioning.
What gun do you everyday carry?
My Glock 19.
So she everyday carries a Glock 19 Gen 3 that obviously I used to everyday carry a Glock 19 Gen 5 and she carries a Gen 3. And we did not need to buy these guns. As a matter of fact, we bought these guns for you guys.
Yeah, you bought them and I said, did you really?
Yeah,
Did you really?
we did not need these guns, nor should we have bought them at all, because we'll never see that money, right? Because whole tangent to save you the time. Okay, YouTube doesn't pay very well. You know what I mean. And you guys don't join the Patreon. Thank you to those that do.
So yeah, those of you that do, thank you.
Yeah, thank you to the Patreon members that have joined and have supported, and the guys that have donated for ammo.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
a huge
insane.
Help.
You guys are awesome.
Massive, massive help. Every little bit counts. Seriously.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Like the guys that will donate $5, $10 here and there for some 124 grain ammo. I immediately put that money aside and buy more ammo for the test. Here's I'll flag you with the gun for these guns. Like that we actually shoot. That ammo or that money goes.
Like if we're next to each other, he'll say, "Hey, another $10."
Boom.
Boom. There it goes to our ammo fund.
Yep.
He'll text me and say, "Hey, someone just put $20 towards the ammo fund." We keep track of it, and that's where that money goes.
Every time we get $250 roughly through YouTube, now we're off on a tangent, but every time we get $250, we buy another case of ammo to put through the gun. Okay, that's how it works. So every time we get to $250 in donations or YouTube monetization, that goes directly back to shoot these things.
Which goes directly back to what you guys are viewing.
Correct. So why? Why am I on such a mission to test these guns, the Daggers? Okay, the price point, PSA's reputation, among other things, are why I wanted to test these guns. Because PSA has a very, very bad reputation, in my opinion, for the guys that are in the know. Guys that actually train, guys that actually have a pedigree alert, guys that actually know what's going on out here in the world. They know that this gun is not supposed to work, okay? They know that Tatiana is not supposed to work. They know that Sabrina probably won't work because they market it as a duty gun, and typically in PSA fashion, anything they market as a duty, anything will die. But I am here to tell you, we have been surprised and shocked. Yeah. So
I mean, we've been shooting them. I haven't shot either.
She's witnessed.
I've witnessed. I've been the one on the other end of the camera recording it all, and
actually, you've never fired them once.
I haven't.
But you've watched every round fired.
Every round that's been fired through those I've witnessed.
Except for the comp I went to. So 300. So this one has an additional untracked, okay, an additional untracked 300 rounds that I shot a US PSA match with and did pretty okay, right? From my skill level, like I would say I'm a B plus shooter, handgun shooter. I'm not like a grandmaster handgun. Like I'm a good handgun shooter. You guys can see that in a lot of the footage. Like I am a very above average handgun shooter, but guys that compete with open, carry optic or open handguns, right? And those divisions are way better than me because they do it as a sport. But now we're off on a tangent. So Tatiana did very well at that match. I ran her with only these iron sights that are going to be very difficult to show you guys. These iron sights that are painted white.
The white nail polish.
Yeah, the white nail polish because the blacked out sights are
so
bad. And then I put the Holosun 517 comp on it now. Okay, my thoughts on the Dagger. Okay, honestly, it's always my honest thoughts because it's not like I have a manager. Like my management for this channel is bouncing things off of Nighthawk. Like, should I post this? And she'll be like, don't do that. Because sometimes it's just too much of a hot take or I'm about to call out somebody that's just cringe as fuck. Like, no, I won't even now.
Don't even.
Okay, but my thoughts on the Daggers. If you are going to use the gun, okay, if you're actually going to test it and you're honest with yourself and you're like, okay, I'm going to buy the gun and I'm gonna actually go to the range and put 500 rounds through it to make sure it works. Okay, I'll see if I can get my camera to focus. If you know you're actually gonna go to the range and make sure that it functions, zero your red dot on it, actually Loctite the red dot on, make sure that everything is actually functioning with the gun, and that you didn't get a lemon, because PSA is known to send out the majority of their, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to get sued, but a lot of their stuff does have quality control issues. If you are honest with yourself and you say, okay, I want to save some money because I'm going to buy more ammo, or I'm going to attend a course, or buy 10 magazines, and you want to cut some costs because you're on a budget, I can honestly, at this point, recommend these guns, okay? Again, that's 24-ish, 100 rounds through both. I'm going to go to the 10,000 round mark, even though it's starting to cut into my doomsday storage for the ammunition that I'm having to shoot through these guns. But I am going to test them extensively, and so far, I have been very, very pleased. Nighthawk has seen my reaction on camera shooting these things, and I think like she said, she has been surprised at my reaction that they're actually working. Would I take a Dagger over a Glock? Okay, here's the issue.
Well, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because obviously wear and tear on anything, no matter
Will break
how
eventually.
good, it will eventually break.
Look at
What is
this.
your standard?
I mean, look at this Surefire light that came from T-Rex, and they already hooked it up. They're sending another one. Thank you to the T-Rex customer service guy that I talked to, I think John or something. This T-Rex, this Surefire X300 came to me broken. You guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. It still works, okay? The light still works fine, but it does not seal properly. Yeah. And, so that is an example of this light cost the exact same amount as Tatiana, the base gun, right? It is a $330 light, right? And therein lies a quality control issue. You guys can see there, right?
So I guess what do you expect ammo count wise?
I expect a handgun to make it to 5,000 rounds. 5,000 rounds, and then you're going to start to have some springs break. You can look up Glock spring life expectancy, and you're going to have it, right? You're going to have stuff break at the...
And that's with normal maintenance.
Yeah, with normal maintenance, a handgun, I'm expecting a gun, we'll just use Tatiana. She's a good example. A Gen 3 Glock. I'm expecting a Gen 3 Glock to go 5,000 rounds with whatever maintenance you're going to give it and not have any issues. And then at the 5,000 round mark, you should look at the springs, whatever springs are recommended to be replaced. And at that point, you should, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I just noticed that this front sight is loose. I'll show you guys. I don't want to flag myself here. Yep, so...
Loose.
Yep, that front sight is loose, which is hilarious that the front sight is loose because I just put you guys see that? Okay, so it's wiggling, and this thing has been, to play devil's advocate for the gun, we've got this thing hot, like 2,000 rounds worth of nonstop shooting hot. 1,000 and 1,000 to be clear.
You can see it in the footage. It's just smoking.
Yeah, smoking. So I'll tighten that up in a second, but it's funny that we just put the red dot on and now the front sight's loose. I just happened to notice it was like slightly canted, so I'll tighten that after this. But back to my point. If it can make it 5,000 rounds for the average dude, no offense, a lot of guys watching this video are never going to shoot 5,000 rounds through their carry gun, right? So if you're honest with yourself and you're like, hey, I only ever intend to shoot 10,000 rounds ever through my Dagger. Can I buy it? I would say at this point, yes. Now, as things happen, as things change, I'll update you guys. If, a catastrophic failure happens with the gun, I'll update you guys. But at this point in the testing, and if your chewing comes through, I'm going to let them roast you. At this point in testing, I am pleased, okay? I am pleased with the performance of the gun and how it has been working. And I have to be honest, I have to give credit where credit is due, right? And for the guys that are gonna panic and be like, oh, that front sight is loose. Glock, for one, sends you cheap plastic sights. For the second point on that, those have been known to fall off as well with high round testing. Ben Steger has, I think like a year ago, he was posting a ton of stuff about irons flying off the guns, but the dudes were running the red dot on it. But just making jokes about like, oh, my backup red dot for my irons, because red dots, if when you Loctite them on, will stay on better if you mount them properly. Okay, so the whole point of this video is to tell you guys that at this point, at the point we're at right now, I can recommend the Dagger if you're gonna do the things I have laid out for you, which is conduct a functions test when you first get it. Make sure everything's tight and looking good, and not, things are in spec. And, do a basic functions test. That means clear the gun, fire, hold the trigger to the rear, rack it, release. You should hear a metallic click, and fire again. If you can pass a basic functions test, everything's in spec, everything's tightened down, and you go to the range, put 500 rounds through it. I recommend doing it roughly in a one-take burn down style. See if it'll survive.
You should never, and this goes with anything, you should never assume things are going to work out of the box.
Right.
But don't bet your life on it.
And I can even go as far to say as the Magpul mags that they sent with the gun, I've tested roughly 20 Magpul magazines with both guns, and those have worked reliably as well. So at this point, I know guys are going to be like, you're bought and paid for by PSA. I am not. I have no sponsorships. If I was bought and paid for by PSA, you would see links everywhere. I'm telling you right now, you would see a banner that would come across the screen right now say, brought to you by PSA. It is not. They do not like me. Matter of fact, they left me on red, okay? I emailed them, and I was like, hey, let's have a conversation, because this is going to get into, like, they did some shady business practice with me where they promised to send something for review and they never sent it. And I was going to be, at that point, it was about a year and a half ago, I was going to be open and honest with you guys. Hey, this gun, the Saber product is in for review. I was going to test it, and they backed out of the deal. They backed out of an ammo deal. I don't like them, to be very clear. I think I've been pretty clear about that on the channel in the past, but fuck you, PSA. Credit given where credit is due.
It's a good gun.
The guns are working fine. The Tatiana's front sight post is loose, but I'm going to tighten it right after this. And honestly, if you watch any of the burn down videos, that is what I told Nighthawk every time. I said that the sights are going to jettison themselves off of the gun. That is what I thought. I thought it was going to be the rear sight. I thought it was just going to walk itself out, but the rear sight is still centered to the naked eye, and it is still in place, but the front sight is loose. But honestly, I'll tighten it up, but honestly, I don't care now, because now we're testing it with the red dot, because a lot of you guys wanted it tested with the red dot. Okay. Any other thoughts or things I should tell them about the gun?
No.
Accuracy has been just as good as a Gen 3 Glock.
Yeah.
Rounds stacked at 10 meters, shooting quickly, zeroing both. The rounds were stacking in the same spot, in the same hole, right? And when I mean shooting quickly, I just mean fire, 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 and you guys saw it all on camera. They're stacked right in the same jagged hole. The gun will outshoot you, is what I'm saying. It's just as accurate as a Gen 3 Glock, so that is good. Okay, I think that's all I got to tell them. Honestly, at this point, at the round mark that we're at, I'm gonna really push her, Tatiana, first, because she's already past the 2,000 round mark. We can get her to the 10,000 round faster, and that's kind of what you guys are invested in, and it's kind of what I'm invested in at this point as well, is getting her broke,
Using her,
or breaking, or just breaking the gun, which maybe this loose front side post is a signal of things to come. That would be great. If this thing breaks at the 3,000 round mark, well, a lot of you guys that are invested in this test do think that there's going to be issues that arise at 3,000 round mark, which is interesting.
So we're not doing anything with these guns to intentionally.
No, you can see the lubrication.
Yeah, like they're being taken care of. We're not going to do some sketchy thing where it's like, oh, we're going to make it break.
Or drag it behind a car or whatever, drag it behind a truck we're lubricating them. We're cleaning it after every 1,000 round. By we, I mean me, while she edits the footage and stuff like that, okay? So, I just wanted to take a minute out of everyone's day while you guys are time thefting from your boss anyway while watching this. I think I'll release it on a weekday. But just to give you guys my thoughts as for where we sit with the Dagger test. I know it has consumed my channel lately, and it's kind of all we've been doing or, focusing on is just testing these things and to see what's going to happen. But I think it's important because a lot of guys will do this on YouTube. They'll be like, oh, the Beretta M9A4, let's check it out. they'll shoot 100 rounds and they'll edit it so it looks like they're shooting from different angles or whatever, and then they'll be like, all right, let's debrief. It's like, brother, you shot 150 rounds through that gun and you're gonna recommend it to your audience? So yeah, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, thanks for being here, guys. If you want to donate to the Ammunition Fund, a fund which I will be forever grateful. If you want to go down in the description, I'll leave a link where you can donate to the Ammo Fund, where we'll continue using your money to shoot our guns for you. It's a weird dynamic. Thanks for doing that. Go Chiefs. You guys will see this after the Super Bowl. So if we lose, sucks to suck, I guess. Go Sports. I'm not that invested, right? I'm originally from the Kansas City area, Kansas City area, right? I was born in that, without doxing myself. So yeah, I'm from the Kansas City area, and I am a Chiefs fan, and we used to suck at football.
I'm not a Chiefs fan.
But you are
I'm wearing
engaged
the
to
jersey
me.
today, so yep, I'll support.
I hope that your
Chiefs.
chewing came through the microphone, and I hope they roast your ass in the comments.
I'm chewing with my mouth closed, but it's chips. It's Super Bowl.
Mouth closed. You've seen the show that we're watching, The Handmaid's Tale, where women aren't allowed to speak? Okay. All right, thanks for being here, guys. Let me know what you want to see next. I don't really care because we're testing the Dagger. Support with all the links below. And until next time, this will be Trench Grenade, your average PSA Dagger supporter that your mom said that we have at home, signing out. Cheers.
Go Chiefs!
Okay. Oh. We're Magpul. With this. Per. Here we go. Moving on. 24 round. Oh my God. These 33 round mags just keep going, dude. Oh. I instant. Mag number 2 is a Magpul mag. Okay, one missed. Another mag sitting here in front of us. For some reason, we were to lose this. Ooh. Okay, that was another Magpul mag. Okay, another. Okay, a bit. We will be good. Sure. Oh. Gloves on at this point. I guess I should tell him. Oh man, that thing is. Oh, it's getting hot. Yeah, to stay behind the 180 from now on, just because of a cook-off, in the event of a cook-off. Okay, another mag. Here we go. Just worried about it cook off. Not worried, or just being safe. Making sure we're being safe here. Make sure I'm in frame for this other one in case something does happen. Oh God. Okay, and here. Okay. Okay. Go in, man. A little bit of a clench there. Okay. Okay. Yep. Hot. Oh. For this part. Woo. Oh, this gun's hot. Oh my God. Okay. Woo. Whew. Oh my God. The top, off the top of the gun. Man. Hot, hot. Woo. Finish this up real quick for the shooting. Make sure I'm in frame for the backup. I forgot the crazy concept. These are all Glock OEM. No, one of them is a, I think, no, these are all OEM. Okay. Oh my God, something, I can smell plastic burning or something. Yeah. You smell that?
Mick, ready? Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Hands over shoulder, right? Yep.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Stand by. If you're done unload, show clear. Hands on marks.
Can it be oriented this way if it's as long as it's up range, not breaking the 180?
You're good, as long as it's up range.
Okay.
Wrong, up range.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything else, hands on mark.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Stand by. If you're done, unload, show clear. Slide. Ooh, if you're done, unload, show clear. Stand by.
Wolverines.